Hey, what's going on everybody? Jamie here, lead anchor from the Sharonatsea News Department. We've got some news for you regarding Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines and all 17 of their cruises in 2020 leaving out of Southampton, UK. If you're booked on one of those cruises, you may want to stick around and listen to this. Alright guys, so dateline May 9th, 2019. Earlier today, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines announced the cancellation of all 17 cruises that were set to leave out of Southampton, UK in 2020. Cruise ship Independence of the Seas was originally scheduled to call on some amazing ports out of the UK in 2020, but that has all been changed and guests have been notified that the cruises have been canceled. The ship will be relocating or redeploying to Port Everglades, Fort Lauderdale in 2020 so that it can call on the amazingly popular Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Now, Coco Cay has long been a popular destination for Royal Caribbean cruisers, but after it just went through huge multi-million-dollar renovations and now titled the Perfect Day at Coco Cay, it's become one of the hottest destinations for folks cruising Royal Caribbean going forward. And it looks like Royal Caribbean does not want to disappoint all of its customers that are dying to get to the Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Now, in canceling all those cruises, they have offered anyone who has booked a full refund, obviously, as well as a 25% credit on a future cruise based on the amount that they paid for their Independence of the Seas cruise. But that still has many cruisers up in arms as they take to social media to call out Royal Caribbean and complain about the fact that their cruise that they had booked has been canceled and pulled out right from under them. Now, most folks believe this is basically a dollars and cents type of move. Royal had a very tough April, starting with Oasis of the Seas having to cancel all of its cruises and go into dry dock for major repairs after it had an incident where a crane toppled over and smashed in a large portion of the aft starboard side of the ship. And just recently they announced that the Allure of the Seas was suffering from mechanical issues that were not major enough to put the ship into dry dock for repairs, but they would be changing numerous itineraries so that the ship did not have to travel under full power and could call on different ports of call, making it easier for the Allure of the Seas to travel back and forth. Now, Royal Caribbean will be trying to make up for things a little bit by putting the Anthem of the Seas, another one of their cruise ships, in Southampton for 2020 sailings. And of course, folks that were booked on the Independence will have the option to change over their booking to the Anthem and get 25% off the cruise. But a lot of people are comparing the two ships and saying that 25% discount is just not enough. We'll see if Royal Caribbean ups the ante a little and tries to do a little something extra for the folks that got their cruise pulled out from under them. But it sure seems like Royal's had some bad publicity lately, and you'd think they'd want to make up for it and go a little bit over the top. You know, here at Sharonatsea, we always say things seem to happen in threes. And I'm no mathematician, but this seems to be the third major issue for Royal in the past month and a half. Now, hopefully this means smooth sailing, excuse the pun, going forward for that cruise line. And we sure hope so, as we are booked on the Symphony of the Seas at the end of May. And we're really looking forward to getting on that ship, and hopefully, fingers crossed, there are no issues. So just a quick little news story that we wanted to share with you here today. One more time, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines has canceled 17 cruises in 2020 based out of Southampton, UK on the Independence of the Seas so that the ship could be rerouted or redeployed to Port Everglades, Fort Lauderdale, and call on newly renovated private island Perfect Day at Koko Cay for 2020. We sure appreciate you watching our video. We sure hope you enjoy these little news tidbits that we share with you here from Sharonatsea. If you like cruise news, cruise tips, cruise vlogs, cruise reviews, and anything else cruising, consider subscribing to the channel by hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're always aware of any new content coming out. Don't forget to join us Monday nights for the Monday night live stream show. I mentioned our upcoming cruise on Symphony of the Seas. Keep an eye out for those vlogs. Make sure you stop on over to the Sharonatsea Facebook group, Sharon at Sea Cruise Crew, so you can chat it up with us and a lot of our SAS Cruise Crew members. And from Sharon, Matthew, myself, and everyone here at Sharon at Sea, happy cruising.